Hello and welcome to Cab Me Up. Today we're going to go over Lana Beniko. She is a mostly Imperial side companion. And yeah, let's get right into some Parse details. So this is Lana, and she is generally a dark side user of the Force. Has a single lightsaber, Juggernaut type. And so her heals are all standard Force user healing. Nothing really special about those. So just as effective as most companions. And then let's go ahead and start parsing her as a tank. Gonna get an operation training dummy out and accidentally attack it. Let's go ahead and let's try that again. Without the oops. So I'm gonna apply a 1,000,000 health debuff to it. And then I'm going to apply the 20% armor reduction and other debuff. Let's see here. And we'll get her started. Nice. So a lot of times she just kind of walks into the guy. So she's behaving this time, which is great. So skills wise, standard skill set for a Force using, for a dark side using tank. Perfectly balanced with the others. So the first is the charge. She charges in there and hits for a certain amount and then gets a heal for, I think, 2 to 3k usually. Yeah, there you go, 3k. And then personal threat, which is a taunt and also an absorb shield. Didn't see it there. There we go. Absorb shield. And then next is Provoking Scream, which is a taunt attack, AoE taunt. And then Ground Smash, which is the kind of the core tanking skill. This is an AoE attack that also provides a 50% damage reduction during that time. And then finally the Mass Force Pull, and that's a standard thing. And so let's see her numbers. She's doing 3,300 DPS in tank stance. That's pretty standard. They're all about the same there. And her threat is 15k threat per second right now. Now, ranged tanks tend to stand a little bit further away, which increases their threat. But that really depends on the boss. So if it's a boss that's melee and gonna follow them around, I don't think that matters any. But if it's a static boss, you might actually prefer a range tank for that. Maybe even HK after his recent changes. But yeah, that's her standard tank set there. She is just fine as a tank. No issues there. And let's go ahead and jump into DPS. All right, so I'm gonna debuff the target. I lowered the health. And this is generally the same that people would do when they parse their characters, except you might have more health. 1,000,000 health is kind of low for a character parse right now. And let's get them started. Get her started here. There we go. And again, she is not social distancing. It's very difficult to do anything about that. So her skills here starts with the power strike, kind of power shot type of deal. Then Force Crush, which is the damage over time effect here, and also the Sunder effect, which lowers the armor level. And then Finishing Strike, which is not channeled, which is good, and it's usable under 30% health. And then Whirlwind Strike, which is an AoE attack. Now this is actually bugged for her and many other, just about every single one-handed saber user. This says it affects them over 1.5 seconds, but it does not, so we can watch it here. Normally it would apply an effect, and it did not apply a new effect. So it is bugged, and so that does lower her damage over time. Makes her be a little bit lower than a pistol user, for example, and pretty much the lowest bottom of the pile kind of thing, because she's already kind of low damage. So unfortunately that's the case. And then she has a 4-second stun, so Force users, at least dark side Force users, have a 4-second stun instead of a 5-second like everybody else. Don't know why. Her DPS, so she's currently up at 7,700 and got a little ways to go, and she's going to use her, she'll be using a Finishing Strike before she's done here. So 7,800. I have seen anywhere between 7,600 and 8,300 in one parse. That's really rare, but I have seen it. So she does okay. It's workable, but I would not recommend her as a DPS companion generally. There's a lot better choices. Just grab any blaster user, or even better, get something with 2 weapons in their hand, and they're going to do a lot better. But that is Lana parsing, and I hope you enjoyed. If you want more videos like this, subscribe, and feel free to stop by Twitch as well. We'll do some live parsing and try things out. So see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.